These three French wines are hidden gems. Prepare to be amazed. I'll introduce you to them. But first, I'm Ellen from the blog Wine Talk with Ellen. Now, with wine, you should be curious, hopefully, be adventurous. There's a lot of wine out there, and you don't always have to go to the same old, same old. Because if you're introduced to some interesting wines, it could be like, wow, which should be your aim. You want to be amazed. You want to be thrilled. Now, this first wine, which is this bottle, is Picpoul de Pinet. Nope, it's not. It's Picpoul de Pinet. Now, Picpoul Blanc is the grape. And it's spelled differently. In fact, when I had tried it and just loved it at a wine tasting, and I went to go to a wine store and I knew they had it, and I reached for two of these, and it turns out I ended up pulling a different Picpoul as well. So I had two different wines, and I wanted to try it, and I loved it. So I brought it in to my husband to try, and he said, "Oh, this is delicious." And he took the glass from me, and I'm like, "Well, wait." And he said, "Oh, was that just for a taste?" I said, "Well, sort of." He says, "But it's really good." So I thought, I can't express that kind of excitement in a blog post. And I thought I should do a video because you want to be excited and enjoy wine. Picpoul is from the south of France, and there is more. I have a blog post on this that has more detail, but this is just an introduction to this wine. No matter how, by the way, this is largely unscripted. Anything I forget to say or misspeak, my video editor will fix for me, or will post things behind me. So it's, when I start going like this, I'm not directing traffic here or planes. But he has asked me to sort of have notes, so it's not, I don't totally run out. And so occasionally I will glance at my notes, but generally I don't memorize well, and I don't look at a video a teleprompter well. So this is so much better. In any case, so this wine, the advantage of all of these wines is that they are high in acid, which makes them very refreshing. Now, if you hear acid in a wine and you're like, whoa, I don't want an acidic wine. Acid, I write about this too, and all of these things will be links in the description. In fact, one of them on talking about these wine terms will be the follow-up video at the end of this, so that you have better sense of what people are talking about when they're talking about wine. There's some wine vocabulary that's helpful. A little knowledge goes a long way. So when I say high in acid, it makes them more refreshing. And if it's balanced, it's delicious. Now, I sometimes talk about Italian wines, that they're also high in acid, and they're food wines. Now, I feel with Italian wines, which are delicious, they do much better with food. These French wines, though, it's amazing that they're good with and without. So, I mean, this is why I'm just introducing you to these. So this one is Picpoul de Pinet. Then they have also described Picpoul de Pinet as, it's the Muscadet of the South, which is convenient because Muscadet is my next incredible wine. This one is a little more popular, but it's still hard to find. They happen to have, for years we had a Trader Joe's version. It's Muscadet Sèvres et Main sur Lie. Sur Lie means undead yeast cells. They really need better marketing with this, but that's what gives it a little better mouthfeel. Champagne has lees, which are the dead yeast cells. They're delicious wines, and they're still refreshing enough to have with food. But Trader Joe's, as I said, we used to get it for years, and I'm no longer near a Trader Joe's wine store. So we went searching for other places that had it. And I found some place that had a whole wall of French wines, and we had to ask about the Muscadet. And the Muscadet was on the bottom shelf. So when I say that these are hidden gems, I really mean it. It's like they bury the lead here, that they put these delicious wines that are wonderful alternatives to just, your everyday wines, the ones you normally reach for, which I'm sure are fine, but there's more exciting stuff out there sometimes. Now, the third wine was the one that absolutely, I got a lot of wine tastings. The third one absolutely blew me away. I had never heard of it. And I actually had to Google how to even pronounce it. And now this one is a Jurançon Sec. Sec means dry. In this region, they often have sweet wines made from these grapes. So it's unusual to have this. This one is Les Signons de Joly. And I am sure, but I would look for the Jurançon Sec because all of these are just such exciting wines that you don't normally meet. All of these regions, all of these wines are from regions that have wine that works very well with fish and shellfish, but it's unusual to have a wine that you can just sort of drink, that you don't need food with. I don't mean to keep going on like this, but I really find them surprising and exciting. This wine, I tried at a wine tasting, and I bought a bottle to have with dinner that night. So we had it, and I went, whoa, it was even better than when we had tasted at the wine store. Because sometimes you taste things, and when you get home, you're not as much in love. But this one, I immediately went back to the wine store and bought 2 more. You want exciting wines. We are all entitled, not entitled, we all should have amazing wines in our life. There's such a joy of discovery. Now, with learning about wine, I offer a ultimate wine guide. The picture will be somewhere. You want to know enough so you can make better choices with wine. It's a lot of wine out there. You're never going to know all of them. Even professionals don't know all of them because they're constant. It's a big world. And even in the United States, every state makes wine. Some may not be that drinkable, but they make it. So what I would do is subscribe to this channel, but leave notes, leave comments. Maybe there's some insanely good wines you want to recommend to me or to whoever's reading the comments. That would be great. This way, you'll hear about them. So be curious, be adventurous, be prepared to be amazed because we're all entitled to be amazed. Wine is delicious. It should be an addition to your life. Cheers to all. Damn, that's good. I may have to add, this was really good. Hold on, one more sip. Delicious.